My name is Sheila. I would like to relate or compare myself to Lilo and Stitch. You guys know that movie? Well, I would have brought Stitch, but he did huge stuffed animal I have at home. I didn't want to be the girl walking around with Stitch. You guys know the quote that Stitch says at one point in the movie. It's, I found my family all on my own. It's little and broken, but it's still good. I relate to him in a way because when I was 7, my dad walked out on my mom and I. So it was just her and I for a long time. My family went from being my mom and my dad, like the perfect family, to just her and I. And it was little and it was broken, but it was still good. And then you guys know Lilo's sister, her relationship with her sister, they were always fighting. One of my favorite scenes in the movie was when the social service guy was gonna come to the house and she locks herself inside the house, and her sister was like trying to get in the house, and like she finally gets in the house and they're fighting. I didn't have a sister to fight with, but I had my mom. She was, we were always fighting. Like, we were just never, when we were in the house, like, we could just never get along. Usually my escape was doing sports. I'd be at school, like, all the time. And that was my escape from my mom, so that I wouldn't have to be at home fighting with her. But gladly, at the end of the movie, we all realized, you know, they put their differences aside and they got along. And gladly, my mom and I have, you know, we're finding our way there to like get along with each other. You know, we can be at home in peace for a while. But yeah, and then finally, for the most part, Lilo was always alone. She didn't really have any friends. Until Stitch came along, and she found her best friend, someone who she can be with, relate with, and I as well, I grew up by myself. I didn't have any siblings. It was just my mom and I, so I was alone, and until my mom remarried and she had my little sister. She came along, and then I wasn't alone anymore, so I found my best friend and my little sister.